one of those attorneys, Benjamin Crump, joining me now. Good to see you. So the timing of this material, the audio and the video, what is your feeling? What is the family's feeling as to the motivation behind it?
Well, Frederica, obviously, at the beginning, they said that the police officer suffered an auricular blowout fracture to the eye. And obviously, when you look at this video, that seems to be a big exaggeration. And so the family, like many in the Ferguson community, is asking, why would you exaggerate his injuries unless you were trying to justify the excessive force of the unarmed killing, the killing of this unarmed teenager. And that's what is really troublesome. Why are the local authorities trying to mislead this community, trying to mislead this family? Everybody said if he really had this blowout fracture to his eye socket, we would have seen him holding the eye. He would have went immediately to the hospital. This is over almost 3 hours later when we see this video.
So then it almost seems as though this revealing of this video would be comforting for the family, because it would then show that perhaps what eyewitnesses have said is that Officer Wilson was not injured.
From the beginning, Darren Johnson, who was with Michael Brown Jr., said the officer wasn't hurt, that he saw. The nurse who was following right behind them said she didn't see the police officer hurt. And there was video, Frederica, of him walking around the scene there. He wasn't holding his eye, wasn't touching his eye. He seemed completely uninjured. And then they came out a couple of days later saying he suffered this horrific injury. And everybody said, but we didn't see it. But they were saying this is why he had to do what he did. And so if you say he doesn't have an injury, then is that to logically have us conclude he did not have to do what he did and kill this unarmed kid?
So how does this video or audio perhaps better prepare you and Michael Brown's family for the type of verdict that could come from the grand jury?
Well, obviously, Frederica, anybody who has children, they know that this is an emotional roller coaster for this family. In the past 3 months, they haven't been able to grieve. They've had to fight this very public battle just to try to get simple justice. And so, like any other family, they turn to prayer and say, you know, please help get justice for my child. And they asked everybody to remain peaceful and calm and exercising their First Amendment rights, because it is frustrating, Frederica, and it is very difficult for these parents in this community and many of us who are parents of children of color to see this happen over and over again, and they continue to sweep our children's deaths under the rug.
And I know they were in Geneva last week, Michael Brown's parents. Where will they be this week, especially if that decision, a verdict, is rendered from the grand jury this week?
We'll all be in St. Louis, like everybody else, awaiting the decision, and also trying to figure out how can we make something positive out of something negative. No matter what the grand jury decides, it's still not going to bring their child back.